it's almost like Decadance and the Decadance DJs kind of like ambassadors of a culture and an ethos that I have grown to love, and my first experience of it was Decadance. So
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really sweet to share. I remember when we met like a few years ago. We had made the connection of you being from England and
Yes.
I had lived out
Had
there
my
for a
fabric
time.
jacket.
Yeah, that's right. You had the fabric jacket.
I was a fabric jacket guy.
Alongside of all of the things you said, it feels like the culmination of many things, including the friendship that the three of us share, and Dee.
Yeah.
Miles and I have said to each other many times that we've experienced like almost a life's worth of friendship in like a 5-year period. And to play together, I think here, after having, thrown festivals together, having thrown this party for a couple years, tried a lot of things, experimented with a lot, failed a good amount too. It'll feel comfortable. And that doesn't always happen. Even if it's a great show, where everything comes together well, this will be different because it's very comfortable for all of us. We're kind of in a pocket, and we're with people that we know and have deep trust in, yourself included. So that'll be kind of a defining, overarching feeling about the whole night, is that it's comfortable and it feels good, and it's like good to be back in the fold.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
back in the fold,
yeah,
celebrating a birthday.
Yeah. When Siren asked me to play, like 6 months ago, I was like, it's my homecoming. So it's our reunion. So yeah, it's the old man tour.
Yeah.
The old man tour. This is our version of going around and playing in casinos.
Yeah. For the honeymoon to Vegas.
Yeah, this is our Vegas tour. It's coming to play at the Uptown VFW in a couple weeks.
The Adele residency.
Yeah.
Kind of casino like.
Something like that. So yeah, that's kind of where my head lies when I think about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's thought provoking to put it in that perspective too.
Yeah.
So.
Miles and/or Siren, do you have anything to share?
No, definitely not. Yes. Yeah, that's really awesome hearing that, because I didn't know. I had started DJing at the VFW, and I think in like 2016 when they opened the event room, and had 2 residencies over that time. Yeah, and eventually got to turn that into like, hey, Joe, can I throw a show? I want to be able to play house music, because I was playing gay bars, a lot of top 40 similar, where a lot of stuff that was fun and that I enjoyed, but I didn't usually get to play the music that I wanted, even though if I would wait till everyone was really drunk at the end of the night at Lush, and then I'd throw Kajunga on or DBS1, and people wouldn't really notice because they're like, hell, this sounds great. I was like, yeah. But what if there was more of that? And so,
Yes.
especially at that time, it was supposed to be the kind of ambassadorial sort of thing of what this was, but had just...
It was part of the intention.
Yeah, but I think we did 2 or 3 shows before COVID, and Nola was a part of those. I think Bobby Khan.
That was
North.
was that Decadance already?
Yeah, and Veo as well, doing Go-Go, because came from burlesque and was like, this is part of the community I'm part of.
Yeah.
For me, it's always been a long time. It's like a lot of the roots of house music comes from queer bars and, and sex workers.
Yep.
And that's where the music and the culture comes from. So that's where I try to draw pieces of it from. But then COVID destroyed everything, and then I met you and Dee, and
During COVID?
During COVID, yeah. 2021 or something.
I think it was 21. It was the year you got married.
Yep. And there was just this insane synergy, I think, like our age and kind of at the point we were in our careers, and it just was like, oh shit, let's go, which was awesome.
Yes.
And so the 3 of us putting it together kind of really turned it into that vehicle of like, hey, you showed up at the VFW, here's a welcome entry into this culture and this world or something. So I'm glad to hear it worked at least once.
Yeah. I'm sure more than once.
Yeah.
And I'll say, like, even as a DJ outside of it for a while, I think it worked as well, because a lot of, like, getting asked to do it for the first time, a lot of the way that you had pitched the concept to me was being able to bring in DJs who like to or like can play dance music that maybe don't get the opportunity to. And similarly, like I met you through partying with Blowtorch at the VFW for Deuces Up. Again, back in like 2016, 17, when they first kind of opened up the big room. Starting out, you know, for me is just like standing behind the table and trying to learn how to DJ. And then the first ever show that I was billed for was in the Uptown VFW for Deuces Up. Had a residency of my own with a Jersey Shore themed party, more like on the EDM side of like house kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember working the door for that, and that was such a great time too.
Very like disgustingly nostalgic 2010s,
Yes.
like Avicii and Swedish House Mafia and stuff like that.
Fun. It's fun and playful. Yeah.
And then getting to come around the other end of it and be here for DECADANCE feels really, really cool, because it was also sort of my gateway, I guess, to try to show all the dance DJs that I was playing with that I could also do this.
Yeah.
Because it was admittedly pretty difficult from where I was to break into where I am now. Just because I had spent all my DJ career up to that point playing top 40 music. You know, this was also my gateway kind of into this culture and into this, like you mentioned, this kind of like ethos of house and of dance music, and the really like communal aspect of it.
Yes, absolutely. Like respect each other in the space. There's plenty of room for everyone. I went back to the beginning of the DECADANCE Instagram, which was like January 2022, and there encountered classic disco and funk mixed with modern grooves and bangers, which later I think more succinctly becomes
I think you wrote
classic
that.
grooves.
That was
modern
your. Yep.
That was the 2018 pitch.
Was that the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's very much when it was marketing to complete randos who don't know anything. And
Right.
so it was like, here's funk and house music and something else, some other words that you hopefully know. Because the landscape then was, there is a million parties every single weekend, especially. And you see the world kind of coming back now, but not as much. I remember, especially then, you had to be like, well, you got 3 seconds. You got half a sentence to tell what this show is. And
What this
people will
alien
show up.
thing is that
Yeah.
you want to give this new experience. I think you did a great job of encapsulating the ethos.
Same, I guess, with consent is mandatory, because when I was doing visuals for Blowtorch, I don't know, since 2017 or something, because I did a lot of glitch art. And at one point she's like, wait, you can throw anything up there, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, let's start putting, I want you to flash consent as mandatory during all the shows. So that was also Deuces Up, that was pop-up shows at Ice House and First Ave, and kind of anywhere that she had me doing visuals, there was always going to be there. And then since then, any show or anything that I've done, it makes sense. Why not also cast it out there? And to be blunt, it's also kind of a filter. If you see it and you go like, what? Oh, come on. It's great. Well, we didn't want you to come anyway.
Right,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's a good litmus test. Yeah. Back then in 2022, there was FNK and his CRT orchestra and his VHS orchestra. What's that?
That was being...
Imaginations of a self-important man.
Yeah, exactly. I was cooped up in COVID for 2 years and going, well, here we go. Why not?
That's fun. So the decadence that I first experienced with go-go dancers and the glitch art, the amazing visuals, Moki as well. Can we expand a little bit on all of those components? And also, I wonder whether any of those components might be present at this one. Will there be go-go dancers, for example?
The go-go dancing we stepped back a bit from this year.
Yes.
There were plans to have go-go's for the Pride edition that I did back in June. The biggest part, I think, of trying to manage the go-go dancing, or at least from what I can understand, not just from my perspective here now, having been a part of DECA for the last year, but also understanding where you were coming from with it originally, was having that through line between Ballantyne's Burlesque and Decadance, and some of the go-go dancers from Ballantyne's working go-go for Decadance. And I think there was more of a desire to have a distinction and to allow Decadance to more fully become itself and become more of its own thing.
Yes.
And that played a pretty big role in us kind of stepping back from go-go for the time being. But I know it's definitely something that like myself and Dee and Alexis have talked about. And trying to figure out what would be the best means or maybe the best timing to kind of reintroduce that aspect of like the way that we portray dance culture.
Yes. Decadence really has kind of blossomed and evolved into something very special this year. One of my two highlights of the year was the Decadance with Christian James and Centrific. The two of them and the People's Sound and it working in the VFW event hall was not something I anticipated being possible a year or so ago. So thank you, Siren and Decadence crew, for making that possible.
And I know a big part of that was Dee as well, sort
Yes.
of not just being a resident in general, but sort of being the resident sound head.
Yes.
And being really into particularly like the sound culture of it all, like bringing in the People's Sound system and really gaining an understanding of like how to blend not only our system but the house system at the VFW as well, to make them work as symbiotically as possible.
Yeah, we have new subs now. You inspired us to up our game.
Shout out D.
Yay, thank you, Dee. Aku,
Yes.
as you were highlighting, you haven't played a house set in a while, but you have been DJing a lot, and we've been collaborating.
Yes, we have.
So
It's been fun.
Yes, it has been a lot of fun, hasn't it? Yeah. So two events that you recently played with Fuss, which Girl Blunt curated,
Yes.
sort of Girl Blunt stuff at VFW these days, and Fugue State in particular was a lot of fun with Nathan B on visuals for the first time, and Michael Gray was involved as well.
Right.
Maybe to close, let's the three of you each kind of highlight what else you were doing beyond Decadance and where people can find you. Seems like a nice way to close.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I mean, Fugue State was last week. That was a blast. Attendance aside, I think we executed on a nice vision.
Yes.
It went well. Also, I don't collaborate often with like pop DJs. Sorry, Siren. I don't do it often. I don't, not out of any lack of respect, of course. I'm such a techno and underground head. Michael's a great DJ. I was pleasantly impressed by his abilities to play great techno music. That was super fun. As far as myself, I have my brainchild party Enigma coming up. Miles here is doing visuals with our friend Nate Meyer.
Yep.
That party I've been organizing for about 3 years now as well. My God, time is flying. We have our last party December 6th here at the Red Sea, 9 to 2 a.m. Turbo sound, pretty good visuals, pretty good. And then the DJs are fantastic, though, so that'll be great. I'm excited to close my year out with two parties that are so special, and I've given a lot of myself to these parties over the year, Decadance and Enigma. And so to share that in all of that with you and Siren and you, of course, Simon, that is, I mean, it's wonderful.
Yay.
So yeah, that's what I got going on.
Thanks, Echo. Yeah, so playing Decadance, playing some house music, then doing visuals the next weekend for Enigma. Also working on an EP and a big bunch of new visual art for December. And then at the end of December, doing a booty house show at the New World Warehouse called Dance Freak. I'm really
That looks
excited
really
for that.
cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited because there hasn't really been a booty house show in a while, and this one will go all night. So I'm really happy for that. And that crew that runs the space is amazing. So
I love
they're-
Jake.
Yeah, they're so great working with. And then I don't know what's coming next year. Staving off existential dread. and through great friends and terrible music.
What's the EP?
I'll say more about it when it's
Later.
done. So in like 5 years.
Great. Come back here in 5 years.
Yeah.
For decade.
Let's see. Weekend before Decadance, I'm playing Saloon
Oh,
on
yes.
the 22nd, 10 to 3 a.m., which I'm very excited about. I'm really glad that I have a space that will give me 5 hours by myself on the decks to do whatever. It's a very relieving place to be in as a DJ, I would say. Yeah, and then weekend following Thanksgiving, Decadance.
Yes, I
I'm
was
super
hoping
excited
that we
about.
could finish with highlighting the final decadence of the year. Would you
Yeah.
like a visual aid to help
And then
explain what the
final
December
Decadance of the year, I will unfortunately be out of town for, and I'm actually really sad about it because this lineup is fantastic.
Yes.
WWW, Sheltron, and our other resident, Alexis Rose. I'm super jealous that I'm missing this. I'm going to be in Chicago attending a wrestling pay-per-view, which I'm really, really excited about. But
Treat yourself. In character.
but also super depressed that I'm missing the last Deca of the year. But it should be a fantastic time. I have no doubts that that lineup especially is going to be able to deliver, especially leading into New Year's.
Yeah.
I think it should be a really amazing time.
Very
I know
celebratory
Alexis
event.
was getting real picky, feels like an aggressive word, but getting like real zeroed in on her idea for the sound for going
Intentional.
into the last. Yeah, intentional about how she's going in sonically for the last decade of the year. So I'm really excited to hear back from everybody about how it turns out.
Could you expand a little on the guests? I am less familiar with these guests.
I'm less familiar with Sheltron. I have gotten to see WWW before, and it was probably one of my favorite sets of the summer, aside from like a couple of other ones I saw from the Great Beyond. Especially on a big rig like and Telefunk usually pulls out. It was just. I tend to judge a party or a DJ in general about how capable or not capable I am of becoming lost in the music they play.
Yeah.
Because a big part of the
Me
way
too.
that I dance is just like closing my eyes and feeling it out. And the more that I'm able to feel comfortable doing that, and the more that I'm able to feel like just me in a room full of people,
Yeah.
the more enthralled I am by somebody's performance. And WWW was one of those performances for me of the year where it was just like, I had such an easy time just easing right into the sound of the music and being able to just feel the groove out and feel myself out.
Yeah. Was that at Communion?
Yeah.
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 I
Community
remember
set was
that. I had the same
beautiful.
experience. Yes. Yeah. Excellent.
So, hopefully in this space in the VFW, the people's sound should be just as great an experience.
Yay. Excellent.
And Alexis always delivers. I don't think I've ever heard Alexis play a bad set in all the times that I've seen her. Whether it was the first time I ever saw her was for Autumn Equalizer. We were playing out in Taylor's Falls, and that was unbelievable. And then every other time I've seen her since then, like I said, I don't think I've ever heard her play anything I would consider so-so. Like, she knows exactly what she's about, and she's really good at delivering it.
Yep. Yep.
Except behind the scenes, she's terrible.
He's a really horrible person. That's not true. Well, I began by saying that this was classic decadence, but as established in the meantime, decadence is always classic grooves, modern moves.
And bangers with a Z. Z. Yes.
And I am excited that this year ends weaving together many of the components, most of the components that have distinguished, characterized the various manifestations of decadence. So I'm really excited for the two final ones, and we will see you, viewer, if you've made it to the end of this video. Presumably you'll make it to the VFW for the final two decadances of 2025 on November 29th and December 27th. Thank you very much, friends, for joining me today.
Lovely.